Part one of bringing calm into this little bit of chaos. Come with me to get my client shed together in this two-part series. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it and talk about the first order of business, which was obviously to go ahead and get everything out of the space. Because again, I'm a firm believer in we don't know what we need to get rid of unless we know what we have. And so this was something that my client and I actually tackled together because she did want to be a bit more hands on, which I totally understand and support. But if you are looking to get services done and you don't want to be so hands on, I will work with you as well. Because again, my focus is the client, and I want the client to feel comfortable. And if you feel comfortable with me moving your items, then I have no problem doing so. But if you want to just take a more hands on approach, I don't really mind that as well. So again, we're just tackling it section by section and just slowly removing the items outwardly towards outside, removing all of the bins and every single item bit by bit. We're just getting it out. Now, you guys are seeing, I want to say maybe like a 5 minute snippet, but I want to say this whole project in total took me around like 4 hours, 4.5 hours, which is definitely not bad. And so, again, if you guys are looking to book any type of services, definitely make sure that you keep in mind that it's the space itself, like the square footage, and then that would usually determine how long it would take me to go ahead and get finished. And so, again, we're just continuing to remove everything out. And, as we're removing things, I am starting to get an inventory of what we have, and I'm also starting to get an idea of what I think we need to get rid of and things that maybe we can keep. So I know when it comes down to the sorting, I really know how to best help her. And so as I am removing things, I always like to take a small inventory of things. And if things look dirty, if they look like they are just not useful anymore, I will definitely always recommend that those go first, and then we'll kind of play it by ear after that. Normally after things that are just obviously ready to be thrown away, I'll kind of deduct from there based off of factors such as cleanliness, usefulness, and also if it's necessary, right? A lot of organization and decluttering is all in the mind, right? A part of my journey of even starting this business actually started with Marie Kondo. I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched Marie Kondo, but I really enjoyed her show on Netflix because she really talked about the importance of really looking at your items, seeing the usefulness of them, and really determining if they still really need to be in your space, right? Because just because something functions and just because something is clean, it doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be in the space. Sometimes you can give it away or you need to give it away. And part of my job is to help you figure out what items do absolutely need to go away, what items maybe need to be donated, and ultimately what items are you choosing to keep. Now, again, I don't push and I don't believe in, altering a client's decisions, but I do think that it's important to challenge them in a healthy way with things that maybe it just seems as though they're not going to use it, or really just guiding them on the pathway to their things, right? Guiding them on their decision making, guiding them on decisions that make them feel good, because ultimately we do want to get rid of some of the items, right? We do want to either throw things away or we do want to go ahead and get rid of items. And so I'm definitely very big on helping the client. And so, again, just continuing to get rid of stuff. And I'm just showing you guys the behind the scenes. And yes, it was a little hot. This is the summertime, right? But again, when I get in the zone, I am really in the zone, and it really doesn't even feel like work to me. It honestly just feels really therapeutic. And so at this point, I want to say we were about what, 80% done as far as like removing everything. And so it was just really only a few more items to remove after this. And again, you guys will see more in the part two, but I had to break this up into two parts because really I want to put the emphasis on the removal of the items. And if you book services, this is exactly how I would be following the process with you. And so I would be seeking to get rid of items first. And then after that, And after the removal of the items, then we will definitely start to sort. And so at this point, it was really just mostly up to me, just removing these last little bit of items. And my client had actually decided to just go ahead and start sorting. And it all really works out. You know, it all works out. Again, this is very therapeutic for me, just kind of removing things item by item. And I am definitely looking to help more people. I'm definitely looking to definitely build my client base. So if you are interested in booking a service, definitely click the link in my bio. Go ahead and book a consultation so I can help you guys, you know, because when I tell you that this does not feel like work to me, it does not feel like work to me. Like it's so therapeutic. Look at you. Look, you guys. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it all clear out. When I tell you this felt so good, even just recording this shot, I cannot wait for you guys to see part two. Again, this is how things look outside. This is how the removal is going. Thank you guys so much and stay tuned for part two.